Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Carolina Teague, and this is episode 9 of the League of Our Own podcast. Welcome back, everybody. It is October 12th, 2022, and I'm here at VodPod Media with my guy, radio husband, and producer, Glenn Jackson, making sure everything is running smoother than olive oil on a baby's behind. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. We got lots to get into today. We're going to be talking about the Astros versus the Mariners. Huge game yesterday. Incredible. Did not think that the ending was going to end the way it was going to end. Cowboys, would you start Cooper Rush? Would you start Cooper Rush? Not me, not Guyland, but would you? Draymond Green, would you punch your teammate? And our gambling pick of the day, I'm going to go pick between the Commanders and the Bears. And, of course, we're going to do the You Go Glenn Coco and this or that. So how's everything going today, Guyland?
So we're doing the pick. Listen, I'm excited about it. You're going to put some cash in my pocket because we're doing our gambling pick. That's what, listen. Truth, I'm going to throw down 10 on whatever Carolina tells me to. And if I win, then she can eat more candy. Y'all don't see how much candy she'll be eating when she's here.
Yeah, so people have their pre-podcast rituals. Guyland does not only my podcast, but he does a bunch of podcasts here at the studio. And he literally has a refrigerator full of liquor. It has like
liquor full of refrigerator.
Yeah. He has a refrigerator full of liquor. You can literally get any type of alcohol you want to prepare yourself for the podcast. I choose to go to his candy stash.
No. The beer and stuff is not to prepare yourself for a podcast. It's there for the guests.
Okay, so why?
It's just, I'm trying to be the hostess with the mostest. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But I tend to go to the candy. Some people take shots. I take candy. This weekend, I went to the Brawl or Nothing Davies Entertainment fight. I've been trying to go to a lot more local boxing fights because, you know, first of all, I love boxing. I'm still waiting for the ink to dry in the Spence versus Crawford fight. Still hasn't happened. Still making me upset. There's going to be the Wilder fights this week, and I'm excited about that. But there's like these local fights in San Antonio. They're pretty great. Like, I was at Techport Arena. It was a great time. Keldon Johnson was doing boxing commentary. It was his first time there. We saw Spurs player Jeremy Sohan there. It was great. And they had a bunch of incredible fights. So shout out to Davies Entertainment, Brawl or Nothing. I really think that San Antonio boxing has been growing throughout the past several years. You have incredible promotions. You have TMB Promotions. You have Davies Entertainment, South Park Boxing, and then I just keep seeing more and more local boxing events pop up, more local boxing promoters. So I'm just very, very excited about how the landscape in San Antonio is constantly growing, and there's a ton of talent coming out of this city. So just being able to attend the fight at Techport Arena, being able to experience another great event right here in San Antonio, it was really awesome, and I'm just happy that I was invited. I was happy that I was there.
So it was a good time, though, huh?
Definitely a good time. People are asking me, Ben says, do I prefer UFC or boxing? I definitely prefer boxing. Hello, Jason. Jason's over here on the live stream as well. Also wanted to say, I want to ask you guys, what are you guys going to be for Halloween? I'm a Halloween junkie. I have not prepared for Halloween yet, but I am going to go to a haunted corn maze this weekend. I'm getting ready to prepare for my Halloween costume. I think I want to be a tiger this year.
You're gonna be a tiger?
Yeah, I want to be a tiger because you know, I got a lot of stripes on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I got a lot.
So how do you come up? How do you and your girls come up? Because I'm sure it's you and your girls. How do you and your girls come up with these costumes that you're gonna wear each year?
I don't have like this concept. I just go with what I feel. I wanted to be Julia Fox, but then I was a hippie last year, I think. Because I always felt like I should have been born in the 60s because, you know, I'm pro-marijuana, I'm pro-protest, I'm pro-rock concerts and just living your best life and being free. But I saw the hippie costumes this year and I was like, well, maybe I should be a hippie again. And I was like, nah, I ain't gonna be no damn hippie. I saw the tiger and I was like, you know what? I want to be like a frosted flake or something like that. You know what I mean?
Wait. So first of all, you said a tiger.
I got a lot of stripes.
Now you want to
me.
be a frosted flake. You're eating candy before the show instead of drinking alcohol. What's going on?
What are you trying to say?
Pull your microphone down. You didn't read what I wrote it big. Okay, there we go.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know. You're strange.
You think I'm pregnant?
Pregnant? I didn't say nothing about pregnant. I said you're strange.
Are you calling me fat? Because
Strange.
Because you're talking about candy, Frosted Flakes.
Can you not hear me? I said strange. I didn't say fat. I didn't say pregnant.
You see, this is the thing about women. We be like putting words in y'all.
I know. Like, I didn't even say. I said you eating candy. I didn't say too much. I said a lot.
You know what?
And you're like, oh, I'm fat. Yeah.
You know what? I am going to be a tiger, though, because I got a lot of stripes on me. People are saying they don't see stripes on me. What I mean by stripes is that, sometimes you got to, like, earn your stripes. And I feel like I've earned my stripes. That's why I'm going to be a tiger.
Yeah, you always say, I've been doing this for 5 years.
6.
Sick. Every time I hear it, I'm thinking like Titanic, and it's been 92 years.
It's been 82 years. Well, so what's going on with the Astros? I need you to play that clip for me because, man, I don't know about y'all, if y'all saw the Astros game, but Astros versus Mariners, that game was crazy.
That game was fire.
Yeah.
Yo, so the pitcher for the Astros, who pitched for the Astros last night?
Verlander.
Huh?
Verlander.
Worst outing ever in the playoffs. By far the worst outing he's ever had. And the Mariners still couldn't beat the Astros.
Interesting, right?
Yeah, you're talking a Hall of Fame, future Hall of Fame pitcher. You're talking about somebody who, and I think his ERA is under 3 for sure. I want to say it's probably under 2 in the playoffs. And he gives up 10 hits in the playoffs. 10 hits.
Do you have that clip you could play for everybody?
Yeah. Wait, are you rushing me?
I really want everybody to see what we saw in case you guys missed it.
Is this what happens when you eat too much candy? Okay, hold on. Here we go.
And Scott Service is calling on Robbie Ray to face Jordan Alvarez, one of the most feared hitters in the game.
They can hear the sound. Yeah, they can hear us too. Yeah. It might be a little muffled, but they can hear it right now.
Alvarez launches deep right field.
Look at that.
And this one is gone. And the Astros.
So there's this one scene, and there's going to be a little kid, right? And I think I'm going to go to him here in a second. And the kid's jumping up and down, going crazy. And like an inning before, he was crying. Yeah, he looked like a little turnip because he was all red and crying. There he is, right there. That's the kid right there, and he's all happy now, but he was crying before. So, and what's going now, and I don't know if people can hear this, but they're playing different calls, and near the end it's going to be Spanish. So I'll go back to you right
now. Check this out, you guys. The Seattle Mariners literally had their best chance to pull off an upset against the Houston Astros. It's game 1 of the outs. Astros clinched the 1 seed, but they blew it. Like, this was a disaster for the Mariners. They literally had the game in their hands. They entered the bottom of the 9th, the Astros were trailing 7-5, bottom of the 9th. Everything is going right for the Mariners. Paul Sewald, he recorded 2 outs at the bottom of the 9th. He walked Jeremy Pena. And then the coach, Scott Servais, he makes the decision to bring in Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray for the final out of the game.
Robbie Ray is a great pitcher.
He is. There's a turning point. I want to know what his thought process was because he's never closed before.
Yeah, he's not a closer.
He's not a closer. He's normally a starter.
Right.
They bring him in to close, and I don't know what the coach was thinking. Maybe obviously because I really don't know. Maybe because.
Well, listen. They're up. You have your best chance to win. You're winning against Verlander, who's had his worst outing ever. They're trying to close the game out.
Right.
And what better way to do it than put in your starting pitcher, another starting pitcher, and hopefully he can come out and close the game. And during the playoffs, this happens a lot, right? You go through a lot of pitchers, but you try to use your starting pitchers all the time.
And but my thing is this. He's never been a closer before, right? And mind you, he might have been thinking, let's put a lefty on a lefty. They bring in, obviously it's Jordan Alvarez's turn. And then next thing you know, he records a walkout home run for 3 runs. And the Astros go on to win this game. That was a mind-blowing bottom of the 9th. That was a blockbuster game, I say. And I think the Astros are the team to beat, clearly. And that was a horrible decision by the coach. I'm sure he regrets it. My thing is this. Ramon Mata says closers are closers for a reason, and I totally agree. I'm wondering why they put in somebody who's never closed before. That's something that I can't I cannot understand. Now, Houston and their batters have a good record against Robbie Ray. Just this year alone, they're 23 out of 52. They're .442, .509, and .865. So they should have had a better plan to close out this game, and they blew it. So it was pretty incredible, though.
Baseball plays a lot of analytics now too, right? It's not just they're looking at matchups. They're looking at what's going to be the hardest to do. I think the Astros have hit more homers off that one pitcher. It wasn't the smartest move, and I'm not going to sit here and say like I watch baseball all the time. I'm like a baseball god.
Right.
However, I watch a little bit, and it's par for the course during the playoffs. I'm a baseball fan during the playoffs because I'm not going to fall asleep. If it's the rest of the year, I'm out cold.
Well, you know what, too? I that's something that I need to change about myself. I start tending to watch the Astros play and everybody start playing mid-season, which I really need to stop that because clearly if I'm going to talk about this stuff, I have to watch it 24/7. So, yeah, I don't really watch it, but I definitely watch the playoffs, and that was just something that was mind-blowing. Jonathan Mathis said that Robbie Ray had no business pitching in that situation. Totally agree. And they should have elected to walk Yordan Alvarez. Totally agree. They could have walked him and won that game.
Yeah, but there's something about not walking a player, right? And it's kind of like putting Shaq at the line, right? There's something about not walking a player, and I'm glad they didn't walk him. I'm really glad they didn't walk him.
So you're saying that they shouldn't have played it safe. They knew that by walking him, they could have easily won the game. But closing the game, to me, is more important than morals and integrity. Or
I wouldn't say morals, but I would say... But it's a sport. Like, I don't know.
There's tricks. Like, there's tricks. I mean, by walking him, that would have been a trick. So that way they could have ended up closing out the game, ended up winning. Mariners are up 1-0. Now, because they did it, Yordan Alvarez hits a home run, and then they get 3 runs miraculously. The tides have turned. Now the Astros are 1-0. And tomorrow we'll see what happens, but I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good series. I see the Astros going through. I see the Astros at least making the World Series, and we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of animosity towards the Astros. And by the way, for all you Astro haters out there, they're like, they cheated. Most of the staff is gone. Most of the players are gone. That happened so many years ago. And in the words of a lot of famous people, why you got to bring up old shit?
I mean, that was a long time ago, so whatever.
Right.
It's just, speaking of a long time ago, or maybe not a long time ago, the Cowboys and Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott seems like he got injured a long time ago.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, right? Like, it feels like 4 to 6 weeks. It kind of flies by, but it also feels like it's fast to me, too. And last week I had said, hey, look, I'm really nervous about seeing how Cooper Rush is going to play against the Rams. And that game would set the tone for the future and possibly give the Dallas Cowboys an out in case they were faced with the question, who would they start when Dak is healthy? But they ended up winning against the Rams. And I give a lot of big credit to, I would say Cooper Rush, but let's be real here. When we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys, the thing that stands out to me the most is their defense. Their defense has been incredible. They've been doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Whoa, hold up. The Cowboys' defense has been good. Incredible is not what I would say for the Cowboys' defense.
I would say incredible, and the reason why
they're not top 5. They're not top 3. They're top 10, but they've been good, not incredible. Incredible would be as our buddy Terrell Huff absolutely loves the 49ers. That's an incredible defense. The Cowboys, they're a little average.
I think that you're incorrect. I think they're playing way better than they have the past few years.
That doesn't make them incredible.
They have kept their opponents under 20 points.
That doesn't make them incredible.
By keeping your opponent under 20 points?
That doesn't make you incredible.
Okay, so maybe you think I'm being...
They're much improved.
Okay.
They're really good.
Okay.
But they're not incredible. This is not like some all-time great defense.
Micah Parsons was just named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And he plays for the Dallas Cowboys.
That doesn't make you incredible.
Okay. Instead of using the word incredible, so I can make you happy, I'm going to make you happy. Tell me this, Skylan. Would you say that the Dallas Cowboys defense is the reason why the team is continuing to win? Because they're able to get these big stops?
Yes, I would. And they have also said it's because they dumbed down the offense for Cooper Rush.
And that, I mean, I wouldn't say dumbed down.
They dumbed down the offense.
I don't like the term dumbed down.
Okay.
I don't like the term dumbed down because you can dumb down an offense for somebody, kind of like the perfect example is Mitchell Trubisky with the Chicago Bears. But if you're not a great quarterback and you can't close out a game and you suck, especially when you're in the red zone, then what are you really dumbing down if they're still being good at what they're doing?
The defense is less intelligent.
The defense is more intelligent than the offense, is what you're telling me. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Say that again?
Yeah. Okay, so here's what I wanted to ask you guys because I got off topic, okay? I'm going to ask y'all this question. Would you guys play your hot hand or would you guys start Dak against the Eagles? We're going to do this hypothetically because the Dallas Cowboys already said they're not going to start Dak. He's in medical rehab at the moment. They want him to get out of that phase before they start him. And the Dallas Cowboys are going to be playing against the Eagles this week, which, by the way, they're 5-0. NFC East, in my opinion, probably the best division. I would say conference. The best division in the NFL. Eagles are 5-0. Cowboys and Giants are 4-1. Commanders, they went to hell. But do you continue to play your hot hand, or would you not play your hot hand? Would you go with your starting quarterback?
I'd go with experience. That's what I would do. And so for me, it's I don't want to go away from Cooper yet. However, the experience of Dak Prescott, man, it's just like, just to let you know real quick, San Francisco 49ers, Buffalo Bills, Denver Broncos, Philadelphia Eagles are the fourth-rated defense in the league. Dallas Cowboys are 7. You're putting Cooper Rush in the best defense he's seen so far, right? And he only threw for 108 yards the other day. Like, are they going to be able to do this? And I'd much rather have Dak Prescott in there. I think as somebody who's not a Cowboys fan, I'm kind of, I'm not rooting against them this year. But I think that Cooper Rush will be I think there'll be a steady hand for him.
I mean, I wouldn't start Cooper Rush only because, like you said, and Ramon Mata says the defense isn't complicated, and the offense isn't that complicated. I don't think it is that complicated either. Jonathan Mathis said he would play his hot hand. What I would do is, okay, Jason Garcia says rest Dak till he's 100%. Let's just pretend Dak is 100%. I'm going to sit Cooper Rush, and I'm going to play Dak. He's making $40 million. He's got way more football intelligence. He's a smarter player. You can open the playbook. I know Guyland's going to love when I say that. And also, you have great pieces around you. It doesn't, unlike what Coach Ron Rivera said about Carson Wentz this past week, it's not just your quarterback who creates a winning team. It's your whole entire team. Their special teams is doing good. Their kicker's doing well. They have a good defense, keeping their other offenses on opposing teams under 20 points. You have an offense who, Michael Gallup is healthy again. You have a good running game. Just put Dak in and he'll fit the system, and I think he'll be doing just fine. Now, if they lose, and now I agree with the hot-handed people. Like, also, I can see why you would want to keep your hot hand, but put Dak back in. If he loses the first game that he's back, then I would raise a red flag.
Yeah, I think you just ride with Cooper Rush, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll see what happens, and it's going to be really interesting. And I got another question to ask you guys, too. Draymond Green. I don't know if you guys saw what happened. Do you have that?
No, I refuse. I thought about playing it, but it's just more violence. Like, do we really need to see Draymond Green, punch Jordan Poole again?
You don't want to play the Draymond clip?
Of him punching him again?
Yeah, I thought you had the clip.
No, I don't have that clip.
Why wouldn't you not want to play that clip?
Because it's violence.
Okay. You don't
okay, fine, Carolina. I'm black. I don't like black on black crime. It was two white boys fighting. Yes, we playing white boys all day long. Black on black crime, I'm not doing it anymore.
But I mean, would you consider it a crime or people just fighting?
Well, listen, Jordan Poole could file if he wanted to.
If he wanted to.
Yeah, because the photographer filed against the Las Vegas Raider dude.
Yeah, but that's different.
Why? He got pushed.
Because he was a media credentialed person.
He got pushed. Oh, who called the police? I got pushed. Me and my camera.
He ain't got no money. That's what I'm saying. Like, of course he goes to him. He ain't got no money. Jordan Poole, that's why they were allegedly arguing, because he got a big contract.
Nah, nobody knows why they were really fighting.
Yeah, nobody knows really why.
First of all, would you pick a fight with Draymond Green?
But the thing is, did he pick a fight? Or was Draymond Green bullying him? We really don't know what happened.
Well, they were talking noise. Like, that's man-on-man crime. Like, you talking noise, he talking noise. You push Draymond clocks you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I want to ask you guys, would you punch Draymond Green? Would you punch your teammate?
Would you punch your teammate?
Guyland. Okay, so I had to ask y'all, would y'all punch your teammate? Guyland, would you punch your teammate? And I'm mad you didn't have the clip pulled up for me.
Would I punch you?
Would you punch your teammate?
You're my teammate.
Okay. So would you punch me?
No, I would never punch you.
Well, let's just say I was like a dude your size.
However, in high school, though, in middle school, you know how everybody goes back to high school. They talk about their high school years when, they were balling and, they scored that one touchdown. I did block a punt one time in high school, JV. But, I got in a fight. Well, I don't know if you call it a fight because he hit me and I kind of went, woo. So he clocked me. I wasn't expecting it. But, yeah. So
how did that make you feel?
How did it make me feel?
Yeah.
I was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Were you mad?
You know what made me mad is our coach made us hold hands and run a mile around the track.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's what made me mad about the whole situation. Listen, it's Draymond. I don't know if it's smart to talk noise to great Draymond, and I don't know what they were saying, but I don't know if that was the best move. But I will give it to, Poole stood up to him. And to me, that matters more than anything else. If you're going to pick a fight, even if you get knocked out, at least you stood up for who you were and what you thought about.
I would say, would I punch my teammate? Not in the effect that Draymond punched his teammate. We don't know what really happened. The Warriors have been adamant, keeping it behind closed doors. They're upset that this videotape leaked. There's rumors about what happened. It was supposedly that Jordan Poole had a big head, but the Steph Curry and some other players came out and they said that Jordan Poole doesn't have a big head. So we really don't know exactly why the punch occurred. There was a rumor also that it was because Draymond kept calling him the B word because Jordan Poole kept calling fouls during practice. And my husband, he used to play basketball, and he was saying when you're in practice and you keep calling fouls, that is a B move. Like, you shouldn't be doing that while you're in practice, calling fouls all the time. Like, what are you doing? So that would agitate somebody, especially a veteran. So that could be why he started calling him names. However, at the same time, he stepped up to Jordan Poole, got in his face, did the chest bump thing, and Jordan Poole tried to push him off him, and then he clocked him in his face. That punch was like, I have animosity towards you type of punch. That wasn't a regular soft punch. I feel like Draymond could have just pushed him back. Just going that far as that punch is concerned, he wanted to knock his ass out. That's what that was like. He did knock him out. And what's funny is you a little violent yourself. Okay. Because a week ago, you were ready to punch the homeless guy. Well, no, first of all. Not homeless. I'm sorry, the dude in the wheelchair. It was everybody watching, too. They were all into that. We all were picking our weapon of choice, baseball or bat. That was all of us. It wasn't just me who was violent. It was I said, I'm not going to fight. I'm not getting out the car NASCAR. You're like, I almost got in a fight one time for this guy that hit me, and he was in a wheelchair. Like, I can't defend myself when people are hitting me? He's in a wheelchair. Okay, well, so it gives people the right to hit me. Okay, Jermon. I know. Okay, yeah, what I'm saying, like, you can't, like, I'm a firm believer. If somebody puts their hands on you, you can hit them back straight up. But with this Draymond situation, it's a little bit different. Y'all are teammates. And I feel like that punch was like you were trying to knock him out. It was going a little too far. I wouldn't do that to my teammate. I would probably punch my teammate. I mean, I would probably push my teammate really hard. I might even just like, get him by the neck and just push him all the way super hard into the wall or something like that. But punching them to where you're about to trying to knock them out, I wouldn't do that unless I had some real animosity towards that person for reasons that people don't know about. So to me, that punch was coming from a different place, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
listen, but this is also something that's happened all the time.
Okay, well, Jason Garcia said, okay, he didn't watch that episode. He said, wow, next thing Carolina will do is trip a blind woman. It's not what you think, Jason. Give context with that story.
No, she was going to beat up a guy in a wheelchair.
No, don't. That's not how it went down. Okay, Jason, I'm going to tell you what happened real quick. I'm going to wrap this up in case y'all saw that one time, because people really think I was over here trying to fight somebody in a wheelchair, because that's not what happened. Basically, a guy in a wheelchair totaled my car. And rather than take accountability for hitting my car, he came out in his wheelchair. He started calling me every name of the book.
No, he didn't come out of his wheelchair.
He did come out the car in his wheelchair.
He came. I thought you said he came out of his wheelchair, but he rolled up to you, right?
He rolled up to me. He started hitting me with his wheelchair.
He hit you with his wheelchair?
Yes, he was bumping into me.
That's not what you said last time. You trying to make the idea that you wanted to beat this dude up a lot worse, a lot better than it was. Well, so now you were assaulted with his wheelchair.
I said that. Yeah.
Last time you didn't. We could check the tape.
I check the tape. I know my story. He was hitting me with his wheelchair. He was bumping into me with his wheelchair, trying to get me to fight him.
Did you say he was walking into you with his wheelchair? No, he can't walk.
No, he was rolling into me with his wheelchair. Okay. Like you use your tires and you hit me with your wheelchair. He was hitting me with his tires. And he was trying to get me to fight him. So, yeah, he was kind of assaulting me in a way, and I kept backing up, and he was calling me every name in the book, but I wasn't going to fight him.
Because he was in a wheelchair.
Because he was in a wheelchair. So, Jason, I'm not the type to fight somebody who's, like, disabled. I already said that, but all I'm saying is, so, Skylar, don't ever say that I'm trying to fight somebody that's
I'm just saying, like, why you...
Yeah. God, that's not what happened. So, all I'm saying is, I feel like I would not punch somebody. That's my teammate, unless there was some real animosity, like you slept with my man or something like that. Why wouldn't you beat up your man if somebody slept with him? Why wouldn't you beat up the person who slept with your man? I mean, I guess if
why wouldn't you beat up your man? Why are you trying to beat up the person who slept with your man?
I don't know. I'd probably beat up both, honestly. You know what? I probably wouldn't beat up both. Like the new me wouldn't do that. The old immature me probably would have. The old immature me probably would have wanted to fight because I was so angry. But now I'll probably just pack my stuff and I'll leave if that were to happen, honestly. I'm not violent. I swear. I changed. I've changed.
She's changed, ladies and gentlemen. She's
changed. I really have changed, and I'm not, violence is never the answer, and I don't condone violence anymore. Like, the most violent that you'll get me is like when I go to a boxing match and I see boxers fight. That's the most you're going to see me. I don't have time to fight. I don't know why we're talking about me fighting. We're talking about Draymond.
Well, because that's what it brings it out. Like, Draymond brings out the gutter in everybody.
And you know what? I don't like that narrative. I mean, people say Draymond is like, the Warriors are not going to keep Draymond. Do you think that that the Warriors locker room is going to be weird now? I think it is because of what happened.
You think that the Warriors are trying to get rid of him?
That they're not going to renew his contract because he's probably going to be up for a
I don't know.
I wouldn't.
I don't know. I think if they win another championship, then he's there. I think if they don't win a championship, then he's probably gone. But Draymond is the junkyard dog. He is the heart of that team. And I think that's huge. And I think that, I don't think you get rid of Draymond at all. He's been there too long. Poole is not Draymond Green. And I would argue Poole does have a little bit of big head watching him play last year.
Well, I mean, that may be the case, right? But at the end of the day, would you want bad energy? Like, no matter how talented you are, if you're not a people person, that he's one of the reasons.
Well, but does he have bad energy? I've never heard his team complain about him before. Well, he's always been a hothead.
Well, he's gotten into it with Kevin Durant before in the past.
Yeah, but Kevin Durant's brought that out with a lot of people on a bunch of teams.
Okay, so this is a Kevin Durant thing.
When Kevin Durant played for the Oklahoma Thunder, he didn't get along really well with Westbrook and he didn't get along really good with Harden either. And remember, Harden went somewhere else and became a superstar. Westbrook's gone somewhere else and disrupted. And, he's always running his mouth about something with his fake burner account. So I'm not letting him off that's drama right then and there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we know about people with fake burner accounts.
Yeah. You know what? Somebody with a burner account attacked me a week and a half ago, and I already knew who it was. I was like, bye. I already blocked it. They made a fake account that same day to attack me. They said some crazy stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to block you immediately. I ain't got time for this. Like, you wasted all that time, that one day, to create a fake account just to get blocked.
Okay. All right. My bad for bringing that shit up.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got a new segment. Cash out with Carolina. Put some money in my pockets.
Yo, y'all need to put some respect on my name. Put some money in the pocket. But Ramon Mata said Draymond is replaceable. And he's the Mario Ellie of the 21st century. That's deep. That's deep. Okay, look, let me give you this pick real quick. We got the Chicago Bears versus the Commanders. They're going to be playing at Soldier Field. Did you guys know this little tidbit about the Washington, quote-unquote, Commanders? Though, with their matchups against the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field, they've defeated the Chicago Bears 20 times. Since 2003, they have never lost a game at Soldier Field. Since 2003. And to me, that's an alarming statistic. The Commanders, we saw how they played against the Cowboys. They haven't played that good. Their offense is struggling. They have a lot of injuries as well on the offense. And they came up short against the Titans. And they're ranked number 19 in the NFL in yards per game. Carson Wentz has completed 62.9% of his passes, and his top target is wide receiver Terry McLaughlin. You really don't have anybody on the Chicago Bears who's a strong cornerback that can really hold him down. Darnell Mooney, wide receiver for the Chicago Bears, he's going to have a standout game in order for this to happen, and the Chicago offense is going to have to rely heavily on their run game, and they looked good last week. Their run game looked decent. Now, granted, Justin Fields threw a pick in the final quarter of the game for them to end up losing. But I feel like if I had to pick somebody to win, this is going to be a tough call for me, to be quite honest with you. I don't know which team I would go for, but I do know that I'd pick the over. I do think that both the defenses are not going to be able to hold each other down. The over is 38.5. I would pick the over for this, and I would pick, if I had to do this.
Come on, be definitive. Don't be him and a Han. What you want?
I'm going to pick, I know it sounds really bad, but I'm going to pick the Commanders.
Okay.
They have a track record with this coach of not being able to defeat the Chicago Bears. Carson Wentz is 6-0 on Thursday Night Football. Carson Wentz has defeated the Chicago Bears a multitude of times the past several years.
So you're taking the over, and you're taking
the Washington Commanders. I think they're going to beat the Chicago Bears.
So they're gonna buck what their trend has been.
I think so. Yeah, I think they're gonna go over.
Okay, I'm gonna take the under, and I'm taking the Bears.
Okay.
I've never gambled on a game outside of playing squares before, but that I'm not confident enough in what I see in the offense from the Chicago Bears. And with the stat line you just gave me, some of that stuff, it just doesn't lie. Well, and Carson Wentz never winning on a Thursday night. Come on.
No, he's won 6-0 on a Thursday night.
Oh, he's 6-0 on a Thursday night.
6-0 on Thursday night.
Oh.
So he's not 0-6, he's 6-0. So
okay, I'll take the under, and I don't know.
So Commanders, and I'm picking the over. Reason why is because the Chicago Bears have screwed me. I have picked the under for the Chicago Bears twice this season, and they screwed me both times. They went over. So okay. I'm going for the over, and I'm going for the Commanders. I love my Bears, but I'm not gonna bet my money on them.
I understand.
They're pissing me the fuck
off.
So
weekly, everybody, we're going to be doing these picks, and they're gonna get more intricate, and they're gonna get more fun too. So.
Yeah, they're gonna be more fun, and I think that honestly that pick is kind of complicated because both teams suck right now.
Well, I mean this is the game that people live and die on. So.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna give the You Go Glenn Coco Award to all the people in the world that are against this roughing the passer penalty call.
So wait a minute. So roughing the passer penalties, we've seen 2 this past weekend, right?
Yeah.
We saw it in the Chiefs games and we saw it in the Bucks game. And both of those calls were horrendous. They were horrific and they were horrible. You saw what I just did that.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
H.
3 H's.
Play the clips for us because I want to see what's going on.
Okay, yeah, so let me throw up the each of the games. We're going to start off. Let's see what we got here. So this is the fumble here that happened during the Chiefs. And this could have cost them the game also.
Flag comes out on the play.
Yeah,
I think Carl's going full
Personal
body
foul.
weight.
He just
Roughing the
tackled
passer.
him.
Number 97.
That was a 15-yard penalty.
15-yard penalty.
Right.
Automatic first down.
So there, and gives Las Vegas a first down. Let's watch.
That was a bad
He
call.
said 97.
And look,
obviously
and how
he
can you
meant
rough the passer
95,
when the passer's not even a passer anymore? He fumbled the ball.
out, and you can hear
Look at the
crowd.
TV in front of you, Carolina. At the TV in
I
front
don't
of
blame the
you.
crowd at all.
I don't either.
Carolina's
And I can
watching
only
the-
imagine
watching
how
on
Chiefs
tape
fans
delay.
are reacting at home because you can see
Hey,
Andy
look, he's all
Reid.
pissed off.
He is. He has every right to be.
Okay, why am I looping here? Hold on.
Carr is hit from behind. And the ball
All right,
is
so
taken
we
away
got the
by
gist of
Jones.
these
A
softball
flag.
calls.
Take down Detroit.
There we go.
Tom Brady on third
Now this is
down.
the Tom Brady one
Scans the
here.
field, and he's sacked. Brady Jarrett brings him down.
That was
But
a
then a
little
flag
weird, too.
flies.
Yeah, that was the one that everybody was upset about.
Yep, that's the
A flag comes out at the end of the play.
Okay, so let me just ask you this, guy,
Carr is hit from behind.
because we get the point, right? Like this. I mean, do you blame? Let me ask you this question: do you guys think that the NFL is too soft these days? Because those were horrible calls.
I think they're trying to protect the quarterback. I don't know if the NFL, yes, NFL is softer than what we saw before.
Right.
But this is a billion-dollar business, multi-billion-dollar business. You have to protect the players. However, I think maybe some of these calls need to be reviewed because you can review them really, really quick. But what happens is when you review too many calls, you start undermining the referees. The referees start second-guessing themselves, blah, 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 right? So I just think we just got the chance to see really 2 bad calls. There's always holding calls that are missed. There's always offsides calls that are missed, illegal procedure, and pass interference. That's just part of the flow of the game. But both of these calls could have cost the teams the game. And I think that's when you look at it, especially in the Vegas Kansas City game. That was a huge almost turning point in that game. So
Yeah, and Michael Parsons from Dallas Cowboys also tweeted, change the rules or just make the league 7-on-7. They want us to play like we're playing in the Pro Bowl, like basically just playing softball against everybody else. And like, I'm also thinking too, is there more sensitivity because of what happened to Tua recently? You know, everything that happened with Tua and his concussion and him being able to get back into the game so soon.
Yeah, but those aren't even tough hits. Those aren't even tough hits.
That's true. That I agree with you. Those aren't even tough hits.
Yeah.
It's just really complicated. I'm like, where is this influx of terrible roughing the passer calls coming from? Because, I mean, there was a time, we're always going to complain about some type of flag. Like, a couple years ago, they were complaining about celebration dances. And that was one of the worst things, I believe, that ever happened to the NFL was getting rid of those celebration dances when people score a touchdown. That was, like, one of the worst things that I ever thought ever happened to the NFL. Now you have these stupid roughing the passer plays. They're roughing the passer problem now. And I'm wondering, is this going to be reviewable? Maybe they should make penalties reviewable, especially if it's at the end of the game and at 15 yards. That's a little bit too much.
Yeah, I think there's an intent piece.
So we have a guest.
Keep on going,
Somebody
Carolina.
just walked in. Okay, so anyways, somebody just walked into the podcast room. I'm saying my thing is this. Like, through the first 5 weeks, roughing the passer has been called 26 times. And it's actually down from last year. There was 38. It was already at 38 times they called roughing the passer plays. But it's not necessarily how many times you're calling roughing the passer. It's what the call looks like. This looks like a normal tackle. I get that they're trying to protect people in the NFL. I just don't agree with what happened. And Ramon Mata says the concussion movie came out and it's a real problem that the NFL can't talk their way out of it. They need to do something. I agree too, because there is something that needs to be done. It is $1 billion business. It's a really complicated situation because you have these softball roughing the passer calls, and then you have situations like what happened with Tua where he was clearly concussed and then he went back in the game the next week. So where's the fine line? It just sucks that there's a lot of gray areas, a lot of variables. But I'm giving the Hugo Glenn Coco award to all the people that are putting pressure on the NFL. To if you're going to make calls, make the right calls.
But what, Caroline, let me ask you this, and I don't know if we're ever going to get into it because people, they get all butthurt and sad and stuff, and why are you talking about that? The NFL is wrong on so many different things, yet we still watch it, right? Mm-hmm. I've actually boycotted the NFL after the Colin Kaepernick thing, and I came back to it, right? Mm-hmm. I think I watched the Super Bowl that year. There's concussions, there's beating of women, there's pushing over cameramen, there's these bad calls on referees. It's like the NFL can do no wrong. It's like the NFL is like that kid that keeps on screwing up, but you keep on letting them back in your house no matter what, right? Mm-hmm. It's like you can't get rid of them, and I want to get rid of them sometimes, but I can't because it is a fun sport. I played the sport, I grew up on the sport, and it's so deeply ingrained in my psyche. It's just, I don't want to give it up.
My thing is this. If you're going to call a goddamn roughing the passer penalty, do it when Tua gets his head knocked out. And it's obvious he's on the floor, knocked out. Then call a roughing the passer. Not when you're just looking at these softball tackles where you threw your whole body weight on them. Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
No, because you wind up crushing the guy and breaking their clavicle and stuff like that.
Did he break his clavicle or was he fine? He didn't look like he was injured.
Yeah, maybe they should be able to pick up the flag. But then what you'll have is you'll have soccer play. Like, they'll be like soccer players, right? They'll fall on them, and they'll be like, my knee, and they'll just lay there and crawl over. Or you have somebody
like LeBron who, like, always.
No, not like LeBron, like soccer players.
And LeBron, too. LeBron fakes.
No, like soccer players.
Both. How about both?
No, not both.
Yeah, it is both, because LeBron be faking shit all the time. No. You over here trying to deny that, and he does. Stop playing. Damn well LeBron does the same shit. He get poked in the eye. He start acting.
I have a hard time saying anything bad about LeBron.
I know you do, but I mean, he's not perfect.
He's more perfect than Michael Jordan was.
I mean, I know you talk a lot of shit about Michael Jordan. We were supposed to talk about that this week. We're not going to do that. We'll probably talk about it next week. It's
not talking shit about Mike. Anyway, we got more shit to talk about.
You're a Michael Jordan hater, and that's what really.
No, I'm not a Michael Jordan hater. I'm a realist when it comes to a whole bunch of shit in my life. Jordan's one of them.
Well, if you're a realist, then how come you can't see that LeBron fakes that when he gets hit sometimes? If you're such a realist.
He hurts.
Oh, God.
Everybody hurts.
So you're a realist to who you want to be a realist to.
You wear 10 hats, so there.
Okay, all right. I can admit. I'm a conspiracy queen, and I wear my tinfoil hat sometimes, and everything I say sounds a little crazy coming out of my mouth. But you have to admit that you have your rose-colored glasses on when it comes to LeBron.
Okay, so with LeBron, real talk with LeBron, yes, he does act like he's hurt way too much. Right. Yeah. And so he could be a soccer player. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's get to this and that.
All right. So, hold on. Let me set up this other screen here. There you go.
It's just crazy how, it's what the hell?
People have no idea what's going on behind the screen over here.
So, what is this right here?
Okay. So, we are on this or that. Would you rather be a Philadelphia Eagles fan or a Dallas Cowboy fan?
None. I would take none because I'm a Bears fan. But do I have to pick?
Yeah, you got to pick one, this or that.
This is just solely based off
Eagles or Cowboys. See, Cowboys fans are not so annoying to me because I live in Texas. Uh-huh. So there's a lot of annoying shit about in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Eagles fans just seem like these really nasty people. Uh-huh. So I don't know. I you know what? I'll take, normally you answer it first, but I'll take a Dallas Cowboy fan after a win because after a loss, they're horrid.
My personal experience with Cowboys fans, not all, but a lot, is that, I'm a Bears fan, so I talk about the Bears a lot. I get attacked by a lot of Dallas Cowboys fans as if we're in the same division. I get we're in the same conference, NFC, but we're not in the same division. And they attack me as if my team's wins and losses are going to affect what they're doing and their streak during the regular season. And sometimes they have a level of ignorance that I just can't look past. And, also, I've never been attacked by a Philadelphia Eagles fan. And but I'm going based solely off record, not how I've been treated in the past, because not all Cowboys fans are the same. Based off record, I'm going to be an Eagles fan. They're 5-0. So if they had a crappy record, I'd be like.
So you'd rather be an Eagles fan right now?
Yeah, because they're 5-0. So,
okay.
I mean, I'd be happy every fucking week. I'd be happy every week if I was an Eagles fan. There's been no weeks. Like, I go through a depression when my team loses. I don't know if you realize that. That's why I don't even want to watch the damn game on Thursday. I don't have to be depressed if I'm an Eagles fan because my team is winning. So, give me the Eagles.
Okay. So, Eagles fan.
Uh-huh.
I think I'll run with the Eagles fan just because I know too many annoying Cowboy fans.
Okay.
All right. So, this or that, number 2. Would you rather be, for Halloween, toilet paper or the poop emoji?
I don't like anything that has to do with body fluids and shit.
Oh, you did say that last time.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the toilet paper again. So last time I went with something else. I'm going with the toilet paper. I don't like body fluids. I don't like.
So what did you do when Cam was a baby and you had to change his diaper?
I had to do what I had to do.
Oh, okay. So you're okay with it?
No, I gagged a lot. Like, I was always gagging because I just can't deal with it. Trust me, like, I gag. Like it just grosses me out. So that's just who I am. Like, I can't help it.
So toilet paper over the poop emoji.
Definitely.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And our final this and that, from my mind to your eyeballs, would you rather be Jeffrey Dahmer that eats people or Oscar the Grouch that eats trash and probably stuff that Jeffrey Dahmer threw away?
I would be Oscar the Grouch. I would not want to be Jeffrey Dahmer. He attacked people. He chopped them up in pieces. He would eat them as sandwiches. He was handing out sandwiches to his neighbors.
He ate black people.
He ate black people.
Predominantly, if not only black people, I think predominantly black people is what he ate.
He ate children. And you know what I just found out the other day, too? I don't know if y'all remember Adam Walsh from, what the hell is that show called?
Oh, the Missing show?
The Missing Children.
Where his son went missing years ago? Yeah.
Yes, and they have Code Adam at Walmart because of him. There's something going out that Jeffrey Dahmer killed Adam Walsh because he lived 15 miles away from Adam Walsh before he disappeared. He was noted by multiple eyewitnesses that same day to the point where they had emotional reactions when they saw him. I don't want to be somebody who kills little children, so I'd much rather be Oscar the Grouch and eat imaginary fucking trash on Sesame Street. I don't know why you thought that was like a good comparison. That's two different types. You got a fucking puppet who's on TV, does cartoons, and just eats trash and is all happy and shit. And then you have crazy ass Jeffrey Dahmer over here who's killing.
Because you like
children.
that shit. You like those crazy conspiracy theory eating people. You just gave a conspiracy theory on somebody who killed people.
No, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, why would I want to be him? Why would I want to be?
I don't know. I mean,
that?
you become what you watch. If I go missing and I am black, let people know.
You know what I did say? Your studio, like, you could do that, like, if you wanted to.
Oh, I can put people in that little box over there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you really wanted to be a serial killer, you could be one, but you're not gonna kill me because you can't.
They can't see my little box.
Because I'll be violent now. We got a suggestion from Ramon Mata. He wants us to do frosted Pop-Tarts or regular Pop-Tarts. Should we just do it right now? Shit.
Yeah, okay. Frosted Pop-Tarts or regular Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
Frosted all day long.
I like frosted Pop-Tarts too. I like strawberry frosted Pop-Tarts.
Strawberry frosted are good.
Yeah.
The brown sugar ones are good also.
I never had anything past. I've only eaten the brown sugar and I've only eaten the strawberry. I've never had any other type of Pop-Tart. So give me the frosted for sure.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I got frosted strawberry. I think that's probably the most popular one because even out in the vending machine out there, there's frosted strawberry.
Oh, so that's the most popular one.
I don't know. I mean, that's what's out there. So
I see a lot of people buy the s'mores one, and I'm like, why do people like that one? Like,
okay, so listen, we got two things. So you like a certain type of candy, so we should do that, not today, because we could actually show that candy. But we got something else that we're supposed to do, and we haven't done it, and we need to do it. I'm going to tease people with what it is.
Okay, what is it?
You don't remember?
No.
We got coupons for it.
No.
You don't remember what it is?
No.
You don't remember what it is?
No, but if we have coupons, I'm sure.
We got coupons for it.
I'm sure people will like it. If we got coupons.
Yeah, it's kids love it. You love it, and it's a cow.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we got to do that.
But you have to go to we got to do that. Yeah, we definitely got to do that. It's coming soon. I'm excited about that. So
all right.
Yeah, all right, guys. Well, that wraps up the show for today, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. Also, I'm wearing purple for Alzheimer's. One of our listeners had a loss in their family, and I just wanted to give my condolences to them. So I'm wearing a purple ribbon for Alzheimer's today, and I just wanted to say that I hope you stay strong, and thank you so much for supporting League of Our Own. Guylan, where can they find you at?
Guylan J on most platforms. GYL. Just Google me, you'll find me. GYLON. And if you're looking for my studio, it is VOD Pod Media. VOD POD Media.
Bye, guys. I'll see y'all next week. Toodles.